Testing. Hello. Welcome to the very first live stream of this channel. This is a test stream, I guess. I'm still working out like all the setup and stuff. So I'm not sure how well it's gonna go. I have some background Minecraft footage. So yeah, that's gonna be fun, I guess. So yeah, we can chill as I draw for like maybe 2 hours or so. It's gonna be fun, I guess. My friend told me to send them a link when I'm live, so I'm just gonna do that real quick before I start drawing. To those that maybe know me, hi. Sorry that I accidentally deleted the other channel. It's my bad, really. I should have made a backup. I don't know what went wrong. So yeah, if you know me from another channel, then yeah, this is the new channel. The name changed a bit, not because I couldn't use the old name, but because I'm trying to rebrand a little bit. So there's that. Well, okay, it seems like we are doing just fine, so let's keep it up, shall we? Let me just send into the friends group what I'm doing. I'm trying to like hold my breath as well, just a little bit, because I put the mic really close to my mouth, so yeah. Okay, there's that. Now we can get back to drawing, I guess. So what we have here is a avatar that I'm interested in. It's something that I have for a long time already. Okay, I can see where the breathing comes from. I talk with my mouth too much. I should breathe with my nose. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, maybe I will turn off my microphone so I can focus on the drawing and the ambient noise. And I'll just quickly explain what's happening. So I have an avatar that's being sketched out right now. It has been planned on for like a year or so, and I'm trying to change it because I don't really like certain aspects of it. So yeah, we're trying to see if I can change it to be something that I'm more happy with. The goal is to keep it simple as well. Don't want it to be too complicated. The previous design was slightly leaning towards complexity, though I do like a little bit of the complexity it has. I'm going to try clean it up a little bit so that it's much nicer to look at. Okay, without further ado, I'm just going to like mute the microphone so that you won't hear my breathing all the time. My bad. Actually, you know what? This is a drawing stream with me chatting. So enjoy my breathing with Minecraft gameplay in the background. Purposely picked one with pigs because I wanted some animals to stare at you while I draw. Okay. Trying to get the eye shape right. Something like that. Oh, you know what? Let me just bring in the other guy. Oops. As you can see, I already kind of drew an example of like this is an older version of what I wanted to draw. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit so that it makes sense. Oh, the eyes are about there. That's nice. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is better. In the original, the mouth is significantly lower. That kind of helps with like a slight squishing of the face. Okay. Well, anyways, it's like, what's it? The eyes are halfway down the face. The mouth should be 2/3 or so. It's 2/3, right? So you have up to here. Like that. Oh, that seems about right. The mouth can be lowered. Oh, I drew the layer of the mouth, of course. Then the nose. If the hairline is, not sure I'm another layer. The hairline is here. And divide this into thirds. Nope. Ah. Okay, that's about 2/3. So the nose is roughly here. Or the bottom of the nose, and that's about right. So yeah. Architectural on the guy's face. Sure. Okay, so one thing I haven't really figured out yet is the asymmetrical of the body. I'm looking at like dresses on another screen right now, and it seems like if there is a, how do I put it, asymmetry, it's not mirrored like that. Like the intention is to have this part a different vibe and this part a different vibe as well, but it seems like that's not really practice even on dresses. It seems like the vibe is to put all the asymmetricalness on this side. I can see that. That works, right? Let me remove the face for now. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. Keep one side vibey, and the other side is fair game. Just like the dress I'm looking at. Cool. Okay. Next thing is creating the folds. No, I think we need to create I need to create the anatomy of the body first. The folds are pretty easy. Yeah, so now it's just the anatomy of the guy. Let me take out a teddy bear as a reference. So the thing is, there is a ribbon. Right, what layer am I on? that layer. Okay, there is a ribbon right here. Okay, this ribbon is technically doing a lot of work to separate the head and body, so it seems together. But then is that what I want? I want it to feel like it's a solid piece. Okay, I'm looking at teddy bears right now, and sometimes you can not even tell that they have a neck, which is something similar to what I have. You can't tell that I have a neck. That's troublesome. Why do we live in a world where you can't tell the neck? Where you can't see the neck of a teddy bear? Like, if you drew a teddy bear right now, you would just draw a circle on the head and then another circle for the body, and there is no need to show that they are joined together. That's a little bit crazy. Well, if that's the world we live in, then that's what I've got to draw, I guess. Okay, so what can we do now? Do we move on to the falls already? Yeah, I guess so. How weird would it be, you know, if like the eyes of my character, okay, duplicate unassisted. How weird would it be if for the eyes of the characters, instead of it being like that, when it blinks, you know, instead of a straight line, it goes like that. No one has really done that before, right? Because the intention is like, this is almost like goggles on this guy's face. Let's see. Sure, maybe the goggles can move a little bit like Spider-Man. Because otherwise it would just be like that. Pretty average, you know? Maybe that'll work. Okay, let's start on the folds. Let me take out my model. There's a bunch of dust on him already. You know my character's legit when he's based off on a real doll. It's turning yellow. Don't know, is it mold or sunlight? Try washing him. Also, if you look at the skirt of my guy, it's like it's quality because they use a circular cloth, not a square piece one. If it's square piece, you could see like a lot of sharp angles coming out. I mean like the four corners of the square, coming out. I know this one it's smooth all the way, showing that it's circular. Okay, let's start here. So what's actually happening on this skirt is that there is a scrunchy line right here. Let me just open up mirror. Oh, you know what now? Okay, open up a mirror first. This is still drafting. There's a scrunch line right there. Okay, and then we have a circle. Right here. Exaggerate it a little bit. Guess not that much. Okay. Erase the part we don't want. So we have this skirt thing that's right here. And then the skirt flares out this way. Okay, make it symmetrical, why not? I like to think this shape like a shuttlecock shape. Okay. So this is like the skirt, you know, and then it has some it has like, you know, the usual scrunchy upness of a stretched out pants. Does that make sense? Now you can't normally see this because on top of it there's actually a ribbon. The ribbon is a little bit asymmetrical. You have a big knot that's dangling right here. Clean this up. Something like that, you know? Then of course the ribbon has to come from somewhere, you know? So it comes from here. I think, yeah, the beauty is like in seeing that this is actually a little bit of leakage from the top coming down. Now I don't want it to exactly be a skirt, so I have to figure out how to modify this. But yeah. And now we have to worry about the folds. So one way is to do like that, I think. That's one fold. You can draw another one there. It connects weirdly, like so. And then there's another one right here. This one connects weirdly again, like that. Something like that, you know. I'll just simplify this shape a little bit more. But yeah, the intention is there. Okay. This shape is not perfect as well. There's like some gaps in it. Not gaps. More folds within the folds. And then yeah, you have the basic fanning out like that. And then on this side, it's something similar. Like that. Now, here's a misconception that I kind of learned really early on. When your dress is long, this folds kind of makes sense because it's long. They can flow into very nice big shapes like this. But we are dealing with like a very tiny guy, like almost keychain in size. So that means that his cloth needs to be even bigger and more, there's like more strength in it to lift itself up, because right now it's so big in terms of reality that the weight is making everything flow nicely. But when you're so small, weight is not really being applied on you, and as such you have more ability, the cloth has more ability to like stick out and stuff. So I have to figure out which one is the sticking out part. Yeah, that works. Okay. Well, first let's figure out the ear shape before I go on. We do already have a somewhat decent ear shape, so let's try to copy that. Why not? So this one is simple. I think the left side of the ear, this one, is a scissors handle. Scissors handle? Yeah. Scissors is weird because there's an S behind it. So yeah, if you imagine a scissors handle, you're on the right path. Something like that. That's thick and juicy, I guess. Here, we can make it more flat. I'm going to use clean lines. I'm going to try keep it free flowing. Okay, then here, I think my favorite part about this here is that it's not perfectly symmetrical. So I have to do what this here did, which is like keep it more off kilted. Oh, sorry. I didn't eat a lot for breakfast, so my calorie level is quite low. Sugar level is quite low. Probably gonna die or something before this stream ends. Well, not die, but me fall asleep halfway. Let's make this fluffier. The point of this ear end is to show like it's been ripped off, so a bit of ugliness would be nice. So why a feather? I think feathers are cool. I like birds. It also reminds me of a Pokemon. Pokemons are cool. I wanted to make the feather longer, but that would be weird, I think. Then like most feathers, there's a cut right there. Because why the hell not, right? There we go. Yeah, something like that. We could rotate this just a little bit more upright. Yeah, that works. I want to try mirror the straight edges here and here if possible. Then keep this side curve. Yeah. So this side also feeds into my interest in tattoos and earrings and stuff. I like long earrings. They're cool, I guess. Now the head shape. Head shapes are interesting. I don't want it to be too pointy at this edge, even though it kind of works. But nah. So let's turn on the sys. Gonna keep it smooth. Maybe like that. Quadrilateral. Is this too smooth? Maybe. Okay, so my old model is basically just cleaned out this part. Like we just smooth out that part to be not as sharp, but it's the smallest smooth ever. Yeah, that feels better. Okay. Now for the eyes. something fierce, just like that. Okay, so this may look scary right now, but I'll clean it up. I will clean it up. Let me take a break. Okay, stretch break done. In about 10 minutes or so, you might hear humming in the background. That's because I recently got a it's got a like autonomous vacuum cleaner. We call it a Roomba. Roomba is like one of those words that where a brand became so associated with the item that we started calling it by the brand's name, not the item's name, and we just kind of accept it. So yeah, we recently bought a Roomba, programmed to start in 10 minutes time. So yeah, you might hear some noises. Don't worry, I'm not being attacked by Skynet or anything. Quick tangent. I wanted to so the intention was to like build this guy out of not build this guy. This guy was inspired by Mimikyu, and I wanted to create a Mimikyu doll by myself. Yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know that. I do have a Mimikyu doll design in my head, but oh well. I want to change some parts of it, but if I change some parts of it, it's still a Mimikyu, you know? Put that on top. What do I not need? Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. Before we move on, I do want to do some color tests. The idea I had was a bluish color, very pale blue though. Okay, not pale. I was aiming for a muted color. Then, for the other side, wanted to go with a color that I kind of like. It's like a very dark shade of green. As some people like to call it, it's like bleen, cause it's a mix of blue in there as well. So I wanted, like, you know, the feather, some bleen, and then the other dress. There's some bleen inside. The feather can stay white because, like, you know, birds usually have like white feathers. But let's try just a hint of yellow. Maybe it's like an egg color. I make the ribbon bleen as well. Maybe. Okay, first let's try something. Let's see if we play with the color, what happens. Lighter is kinda nice. Purple is interesting color. Let's go with green though. Maybe like that. Okay, let's fix the blue first. Okay, let's be reasonable. I want a sky blue. I want it to be a bit grey. I don't want the lightness too high, otherwise you look like white. Yeah, something like that. The previous rabbit I made white, yellowish white. I guess it works. Okay, let's try that. Kinda works. This green is different. Can't remember why, but it's different. Now witness this smug ass rabbit stare at you as I go handle something real quick. I am back. Does this work? Or does that work? This? This kinda pulls you towards the right for some reason. This feels quite balanced. This pulls you to the right. This feels like it's pretty balanced. Okay. I like balance. Do you like balance? I don't like to feel like I'm falling off, so let's do that. Okay, the problem with the color I'm having right now is that I'm only dealing the dress that I'm looking at deals with the white on my character being the darker color, and then the green being a lighter color. So I guess it kind of matches out. For me, it's just, yeah, trying to figure out what works. I think I can stick with the older color model It's cool. Let me look at the reference that I have. I have this reference, which is a lady wearing a white shirt with floral pattern pants. That's where this color scheme kind of came from. I like eyeballed the colors on her clothes and matched it with what I have. Okay, let's try this. Let's say this green works. Okay. Let's delete that one, duplicate this. Let's automatically select all that parts, and then we change it to blue. Green's kind of funky. That's blue, I think. What other colors do we have? Red? Red's weird. Orange is almost weird. Yeah, I guess blue is weird as well. That blue. Low saturation. Yeah, blue doesn't seem to work. It's like, you see this color wheel? The green that's here, I guess it's more like this green. Works well with this color, but doesn't work well with this color. I think because they're too close to each other. Definitely not red. No, this. Definitely not this side. This side seems fine with this. Or is it because it's like a earthy tone? So like green plus a bit of orange. The earthy tones, perhaps. If that's the case, what if I made it orange, like brown? That's right. That's very saturated. I guess it's already kind of brown. Okay lah, I guess I'll stick with the golden ratio that I found a while back. It's crazy how that works. Can I push the green then? Yeah, I can push the green to be almost the same color as the year. Almost being the keyword. Okay, that works. Now they are both the same color. Okay, then for some highlights. Previously use this green. And this pink. So as I said, this is like a floral dress pattern. So that's where the green and pink comes from. Now to study how these flowers are drawn. So here's the conundrum. I could make this appear throughout the dress. So like, let's say there's a flower right here. Let me draw a better shape. There's a flower that's right here, guys. Look at it. And look right here, it's another flower. Flower right there. Why is it a triangle? Well, because it's that's the stem, you know. This is the stem of the flower. Then this the bud that comes up. So yeah, you have neon leaves with neon flowers. So yeah, you could have it all over the outfit like that. I think that's pretty swag. People don't say that anymore, but the other thing I could try is this. This is what do you call it? Only appears in like one tiny spot and it's very concentrated. So like maybe like that. Oh no, the robot's here. I have to act normal in front of the robot. Guess I'll stand to this corner. Okay, next is the leaves. The robot's kind of scary. So yeah, you have concentrated flower patterns versus all over. Okay, you know what? The concentrated flower pattern wins by a long shot. Definitely. Okay, cool. And another thing that I forgot to tell you guys is that there's actually a gradient on this dress. So here you could make this darker, make it more orangey, maybe towards the vibrant side as well. So yeah, there's actually a that. No, it's not. Nope. Let's make that. Okay, let's make it more golden. Okay, too golden, too golden. Decrease your saturation. Something like that. Okay. So, let's see. The underside of this dress is actually a different color. So like that. So yeah, everything that colored right now is like the underside. Maybe? What if I experimented with green? Because it is transitioning towards green. The gold feels nice. The green is more blend in. Maybe I try and make the green darker. Possible. I like the gold model. I'll put the green here just in case. Okay, for this gold, right? If I use that for the eye, does that make sense? Because I still need to color the eye anyway. Maybe. Definitely the nose works. If I use pink for the eye. Oh, pink eyes works. I can say it matches. And it's, yeah, pink eye would work. It's like a rabbit's eye, you know? How far can I push you though? If I make the whole eye pink. And then, oh, I don't know. Make it darker. Okay, the robot's gone now. I can move back to my position. Now it looks like I'm bleeding? No, not bleeding. Bloodshot eyes. I am possessed! Oh, look at that. That's a possessed doll right there. Maybe I just have to deal with a lighter shade of pink, you know? This pink after all could be... Oh, it's really quite light. Damn. Maybe a different color. Orange again? I guess not. Oh, maybe. Do that. But we do it like, do it like them girls. Oh! Them girls always have that. What if guys have it though? Makeup is pretty cool, I think. But I'm not strong enough to wear it. How do you wear makeup? I don't know. All the way down. Maybe. I look like those Japanese stage dancers. I'll leave it on for now. Yeah, I think that works. Let's take a quick break. I really popped off with this design, I think. Like this one right here. I think I really popped off with that one. Somehow it's all clicking together to make this piece right here. Somehow. I don't know how it did it. Okay. Let's adjust the neon greens, I guess. Let's go that one, duplicate that one, block, select all the neon greens. Okay, what can I do for you? I want you to be less neon. Gotcha. Maybe that. Definitely don't want to play with this too much. Yeah, something like that. And then the pink. I think that's good, but maybe we can have some flowers. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Can have some of the flowers be a little bit darker. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, I guess now's the cleanup stage. Well, I guess real quick, it's I do want to give this thing a keychain, so I'm gonna give this thing like a clip somewhere. I know I gave it a clip here last time. This clip is sort of like an in-universe way of explaining how these feathers attach, you know? What are some good keychain? I know you can have a earring like that, perhaps. Well, that's like too jingle jangle, you know? Even like that is too jingle jangle. Like that. Too jingle jangle. This is simple, or we could just leave it like that. I guess, yeah, we could leave it like that. You can also need like a keychain, cause it is supposed to be a keychain doll. So like something like that. I need to see how keychains are done on people's ears. Not keychain, earrings. I need like the big, flashy ones, I think. The one like people hang crosses on. Those kind. Well, we could have the multiple keychain nonsense. Then one of them is then attached to the keychain. You know, that would suck though, right? But that's the thing, right? When people hang like the cross on their ear, there's like usually another one nearby, right? Well, I do want to keep it simpler, so one hole, maybe just a clip. Like that. No, that's still too complicated already. Okay, sorry, I had to cough real bad. Didn't want to scream into you guys' ears. I guess one keychain is doable, just make it a little bit fancy. Yeah, I guess it is doable. So it's gonna be like, you know, big keychain. The other option I had was a spinning mabob with a string attached. I think that works, just to make the keychain a little bit fancy. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you probably could not tell, this is like supposed to be inspiration from like Mimikyu, but also it's has the essence of like a tattooed person. I guess secretly I'm interested in that kind of body art stuff, tattoo and piercings. But yeah, I'm not brave enough to try it. So yeah, this is akin to like tattooed body art stuff that scratches an itch that I want. And it being isolated kind of works out to be like those people that only tattoos one arm, and that's enough for me. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So if that's the case, let's move on to rendering. Not rendering, cleaning it up. Okay, I'm gonna first focus on simplifying the folds, and then I'll work on the because of time restraints, honestly, I'll work on the rendering on another time, maybe even at my own time. I'll see. Okay, let me search for some references though. Okay, nothing besides Mimikyu and Tattoo Girls. This thing is based on the Teru Teru Bozu. I said it wrong, most likely. Yeah, it's a weather doll that sort of like wards away rain. That's the one that it's kind of inspired of, and there's even like a whole company where They create keychains for these, and that's the inspiration for the curve that you see. Has the horse in the background grown up yet? I know it was a baby when I first spotted it. I think it's grown up. I have to check later. Why are they giving me like animal pins? I'm looking for like the cloth keychain version of these things. Oh well, I'll just use the one that I have on my desk right now then. Let's focus on the front fold. That's the important one. Okay, so this is tough. Let's start with this fold here. It's gotta be big. So big and sticking out, so like that, I think. And then it kind of curves inward before folding back on itself. And that should give it enough room to be, you know, show some of the underside of the cloth. Even curve back in on itself. No, we don't want that. It's not going to curve back in on itself. It's going to straighten out. Straighten out into like a invisible fold here, and going to curve in on itself up here. Make it big. Okay. And then it's like regretting it, so it's coming out again. And there we go. Something like that. So those are the underside of the dress. Something like that. And this one can be a bit more fun. Like that. Perhaps. And this is a different color as well. Can you see it? Or is this better? Okay, we need some workshopping, that's for sure. Let's see if there's any other designs that I could steal. Start from the bottom again. So It seems like we can have a big hump. Which fold do I use? I can use it's too big. Let's draw a circle here. Okay. This circle is going to go connect to, it's going to connect to this one up here. This one is a big boy. Right here. And then it goes up to here. So yeah, there's like a diagonal that curves in on itself. Okay, I think the point is that all these folds come from like one point on the skirt, just like right here. That allows it to dangle downwards in such a nice flowy pattern. And then the underside is of course black or darker than the rest. And then yeah, this thing has to connect back up to here as well to create that flow. Then yeah, we have this thing. It goes here. Something like that. And then for that side, maybe So yeah, the issue now becomes trying to translate that middle part right here to be more convincing that it's folded on each other. And then I think the dress is really fluffy. I like the fluffiness right now. I actually like the corners here. We'll keep that. Now it's like, how much do I want to render this thing? I like the waves. The big waves are nice. Keeping it big. Definite. Okay, this part is concave. That's important. Okay, so for this skirt design, I think we can keep it simple and be like it's actually two separate skirts combined together with a bit of overhang here. So it's not actually two separate dresses. It's more like it's one round dress hidden by a stitch. I think that's good. Okay. One big loop. Cool. Okay, so yeah, that makes it simpler actually. We can just focus on making the bottom work. You just tie a thingamabob right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess right now we have most of the guy done. Now it's just trying to render the thing out. The earring, I've done it before, so I'm not that worried. The feather, yeah. Okay, if I can keep the dress as simple as the feather, that'd be nice. Okay, well I think that'll be it for the stream. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours already, and I'd say I make quite a good progress. I just like slowly scrub through this video to see what's up though, and what's wrong, if anything. Okay, yeah, so I will probably keep you guys updated on like I don't know, if I render this video, I'll just go gorilla and start streaming without telling any of you guys. Okay, I think that's it for this stream. Thank you so much for coming. If you are here. Okay, so this is what we have came up with, and I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, this is the first episode, or first video on this channel, and I hope you like it. There will be more coming up because this is almost like my full-time job already. So yeah, yeah, talk to you again soon. Bye.